Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly.
Perfect.
All right, so another mission, another flight. And so what am I going to be doing on this flight? So look at this, crazy. So one of the things I want to do is I want to try to start practicing things called procedure turns. And one of the things that I'm going to try to do is a standard 45-degree procedure turn. So I'm going to take off here, get myself up at altitude, check the traffic, do some clearing turns, get to maneuvering speed, and try this procedure turn. And yeah, so it will be, interesting. So theoretically, what will happen is in this 45 procedure turn, I'm going to fly north 360, 2 minutes, and then after outbound 2 minutes, and I'll show you this on the thing, but point B, left heading to 45 to 315 degrees, or heading 315, using a standard rate turn, and then roll out after stabilized flight. It's 315 for 40 seconds. Will be approximately point C. So yeah, so I'm going to try this. I'm just going to see, what happens. And one of the things I'm just going to be looking for is, what do I get over the same place? And I have to use my phone. So let's see. I think there's a timer or a stopwatch. All right, so my stopwatch. All right, so let's get in the air first, and we'll do all of that other stuff. So it's going to be a nice left crosswind. All right, so fuel tanks on both, trim is set for takeoff, mixture is full rich, carb heat is cold, flaps are up, primer is in and locked. I don't hear anybody calling on final, and there's no one on the field. And we are going to make a right crosswind turn out to the east initially, find myself some place to go play, and we're going to try this procedure turn. Deck traffic, Cessna 734 Alpha Uniform, departing one-way 1 out to the east. Deck 1-1, all right, heels to the floor, full power. Lots of right rudder. All right, instruments in the green, oil temp, oil pressure, suction, all look good. Airspeed is alive.
Now and then when you take off, you get this really weird wind. So it makes the takeoff a little interesting.
And we're off. That wind is really squirrely out here. But it doesn't matter. So I believe this airplane has a 180 horsepower engine. Yeah, I'm not used to climbing at 1,000 feet. I mean, it's like I haven't seen that in a minute. And deck traffic, Cessna 734 Alpha Uniform, right crosswind turn out to the east, last call deck. I'm already at 2,000 feet. That's like crazy. Crazy. All right, so I'm going to climb on up to 5,500. And then I'm just going to try this procedure turn one time and just see what happens. And the thing that I like about, the thing I love about aviation is there's just so much to learn, so much to do. It's just great. It really is. The thing that's a trip is this sight picture. Like, look at this nose attitude on this. Like, you never see, like, usually little Sammy climbs out, it looks like that. This, I can climb out here, and I'm still climbing out at, like, not that aggressive a rate. I mean, that's why you just have to see all of these different types of aircraft. All right, so this is going to be fun. So one of the things I have to be cognizant of is I'm still flying VFR, so I have to be paying attention to my track and some flying. So I got to keep my easterly heading because there's a parachute jumping to the north of me right now. So I don't want to get over there. So, and then I have to be cognizant of reading. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll get on the other side of Reading and start playing around a little bit. All right, so now I am at my cruising altitude. The other thing I want to really start concentrating on is my heading indicator too. A lot of times I'm just looking outside, which is fine, but you know, part of the instrument situation is heading indicator is going to be a part of the mix. So that's why I have to make sure that I'm like kind of paying some attention to it. Definitely getting better at my altitude by looking at my altimeter and my PSI, my vertical speed indicator. Definitely getting better on that score, but I definitely need to get better at the heading indicator situation. Flying over Reading. So this is Reading, PA down here. And you can see, you can always tell like when it's when you're flying over a an area that is populated, you'll always see just kind of like a lot of buildings and stuff. So, but yeah, this is Reading, PA down here. All right, so just like that, we are almost on the other side of Reading here, and it's going to be a challenge. I wish I had like a stopwatch as opposed to my phone. All right, so let me get myself configured here. Since I'm on the other side of Doylestown. Alright, so I'm going north. I'm turning to a heading of 360. Alright, let me stay on this heading for a while. There's a plane going across my nose right now. They're only up 300. I'm going to start slowing myself down to maneuvering speed anyway. Alright, let's make this turn to the north. Alright, so now I am going north and... Okay, so start the timer. So I'm flying north for 2 minutes.
Remember, this is just an experiment to see if I can do a procedure turn.
Then a standard rate turn to 315. All right, so 18 seconds in. So I can see that smoke. So theoretically, once I do this turn and come back, I should see that smoke again. All right, so 30 seconds in. I'm at about 90 knots. Okay, I'm a minute in. And so in the next minute, all right, 10 seconds. Okay, stop, reset. All right, standard rate turn to 315.
Okay, so I freely admit I'm struggling a little bit trying to do this because I've never done this before, and there's always a first time for everything. But I will say, even though I'm struggling a bit, I am keeping safety in mind. So I am making sure I'm paying attention to traffic, my direction, and my speed.
All right, 315. For 40 seconds, I didn't roll out quick enough, so I kind of overshot it. And of course, I'm looking, so I'm keeping my... So stay on 315 for 45 seconds. Then I got to go right 225 using a stand right turn after 45 seconds. So I'm on 315 now, and I got to go to heading 225. So one of the things that I'm finding is... Wait, is it 40? 45. All right, we got 5 seconds. Okay. Now, right... Standard return to 225. Here's the smoke. I should be going past it because I got to keep going to 225. Standard rate turn. Nice and easy. Turn coordinated at wing right on that little hash mark there. And I see my degrees in my attitude indicator. My altitude is all screwed up. but that's all right. I mean, it's not all right, but yeah, that's something that wasn't good. I still making my way, standard rate turn, 225. Oh, wait, to 180. Okay, 225 degrees to 180. Okay, I start rolling out to 180. So I'm going 180, and I'm looking down here. Is it another 2 minutes? But maybe that's the, okay, so maybe that's the turn. So now I'm going 180. Okay, so I don't know all the ins and outs, but suffice it to say, I'm looking down that ForeFlight, and I'm pretty much close to the track that I was on when I did and I can see the turn out and then the turn back. I don't know. I will consider it a success. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of wild. Interesting. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to clear the area, and I am going to do a couple of steep bank turns because I haven't done that in a while. Since I'm at maneuvering speed, so clearing the area, and as I'm clearing this way, I'm going to see what I want to use. But that's almost like a 360. Okay, I've got my heading. All right. Get a little bit of trim. And 45 it.
It's interesting as I do this steep bank turn, I always go to the right first because that's the one that's always the more difficult to me. And as you can see, I'm actually not doing too bad. And it's funny, I'm so used to being in the plane with Manish when I do this, I keep hearing his voice in my head.
Don't climb, don't climb, don't climb. And a little off. Not bad for not having done it for a while. All right. Well, that was fun. And let's get into some slow flight. First notch of flaps and a little bit of slow flight. Haven't done this in a while. Pitch my nose up here a little bit and we'll stall her out. So we'll go down to 5, 5, 5 and power the idle.
And as you watch the nose come up and you hear the stall horn, you're not stalling the engine, you're basically stalling the wing from creating lift. And then eventually what happens is it stops creating enough lift and then the wing stalls and
he doesn't want to jump. Alright, carb cold. First notch of flaps up. Now you heard the stall horn, but she didn't want to brake. Alright, I'm looking for 65 and a positive rate. That way I can pull the flaps back up. I was waiting for the brake. Alright, 65 and we got a positive rate. Flaps up. Alright, let's go home. Alright, so a couple of little things in there. Procedure turn. A couple steep bank turns were they were okay. And a little stall, and I mean she was fully stalled. I mean, you know, you could hear the stall horn screaming, so that was fun. I remember back in the day where that used to be really scary, so I can tell you the one thing that I can feel is I'm feeling that I'm progressing. And the procedure turn was real raggedy. The thing about that, the reason why that was so raggedy is because my altitude was like really off. I mean really off. So as I'm doing the turn out and then I turn back, I could see the line where I did the procedure turn around, and I thought it was a 225. It was 225 degrees back to 180. And so that was the thing that I have to study that more and, you know, and kind of have to like know it rather than looking at it. But this was still kind of fun too. But one of the things that I noticed is as I was doing that, I was 200 feet off my altitude. That is horrific. I can hear Manish literally screaming in my head. Like, dude, are you serious? You must have lost your ever-loving mind. And so even though that this flight wasn't, you know, the glamorous one like I did a couple weeks ago down to Wildwood, New Jersey and eating lunch, they're all just so fun. I mean, man, I really, actually I really enjoyed that. And Doylestown traffic, Cessna 734 Alpha Uniform is about 5 miles to the west, also going to do a left downwind for runway 23 Doylestown. Alright, Doylestown traffic, we're going to be 734 Alpha Uniform, going to be crossing midfield for a left downwind for runway 23. I'm going to be looking for Lima Alpha, going to be number 2 behind them, Doylestown.
Doylestown, this is 4905 Lima Alpha, turning final, runway 23.
And Doylestown traffic, Cessna 734 Alpha Uniform, turning final for runway 23 Doylestown.
Alright, so turning final, getting ready to line her up. Let's get this baby on the ground. Cue the music.
Alright, nice. This is much better, much better. Better speed, better coordination, all of that. And a squeaker. Relax.
Whew, all right, so another successful flight. Had a couple things that we had to do training wise. Definitely interesting on that procedure turn. Did some steep bank turns. That was fun. Had some fun with the stall. And, you know, I couldn't even get it to brake, but it was interesting. So, and I just thank you for taking this flight with me. So, that's it. We are all good. this is great. I thank you, Lord, for this blessing. And all of these people who are watching this right now, I ask that you bless them in a special way. If there are any concerns that they have, Lord, please address it. You know what they are, and you are capable of anything. So I ask that you take care of that situation, whatever it may be it spoken or unspoken. Amen. All right, so thank you guys, and until next time, Russ Kid, Russ Can Fly, I'm out. Peace.